All right, so today in the Creators Lunch Table, we are going to be answering another question, which I've got right here. And this was submitted by one of our subscribers, and I think it's a really good question. You haven't heard the question yet.
No.
So we're going to go ahead and listen, and then we're going to answer it. Now, I did want to invite you to the Creators Lunch Table, and the way that you can join us here is you would need to submit a question. And so all you need to do is go to speakpipe.com/live video school. We'll also drop the link in the description, and you can go ahead and leave us a question there. So here we go. Let's kick it off. Let's get into it.
Pull a seat up and
join us.
Talk. Yeah, let's go.
Good. I like that. Here we go.
Hey, Scott and Scotty, I love what you guys are doing and I'd love to be a part of the Creators Table. So here is my question. With Christmas and the New Year and the holidays coming up, everyone is thinking, can I afford to have any time off on my channel? Can I skip a week and not make a video? Because everything we hear is about consistency and making sure we push out that content weekly. So my question for you is, what impact does it really have if we don't drop a video over the holidays?
Yeah. So Claire, I want to thank you for posting that. And it's Candid Clara is what I have for a username. So anyway, a little shout out there.
We'll put that up on the screen.
Yeah. So, okay. So I've got some thoughts on this, and I know you're probably going to have some thoughts on it. And this is like any time of the year, I think, because yes, you want that momentum. You want that consistency. And if you start getting some momentum, you don't want to let off because you're afraid you're going to lose that momentum.
Yep.
I want your thoughts on this, Scotty. And yes, we're talking about the holidays, but let's say that people are watching this in February. It doesn't matter what time of year. There's going to be a time you might be going on vacation. You might want to take a break. What are your thoughts on that? And then I'm going to give you my thoughts.
Here's my thing. I do believe in the consistency of the momentum, keep going, right? Putting content out there. I do think when it comes to when you're getting really close to a holiday, and when I say really close, I mean within like the day of or the day before or after kind of thing. Usually you don't get as big of a push depending on what kind of content you're putting out there. So my whole thing is to get the most reach and to still be consistent. I would still post during that time, but I wouldn't post maybe a day before, the day of, or the day after, whatever the event is, like even like 4th of July or any of those like major holidays. I probably wouldn't do it around that. But going up, like let's say it's December 1st, the first week of December, right? I'm still posting. Second week of December, I'm still posting. And I'm not saying, again, this is off of your schedule, right? You might be someone who posts 3 times a week, 2 times a week. I wouldn't change anything, but I wouldn't take off. Taking off a full month, you don't want to go backwards. Now, we don't have any proven facts that it's definitely not going to, or it's definitely going to hurt your channel or anything. We don't have any proven facts of that. But I will say, if you already have momentum, growing going forward, I wouldn't want to stunt the growth by stopping completely and then people wondering where you went and then coming back, kind of like you took a long break. I would kind of want to keep going on that. So my advice would be that keep posting consistently. When you get a few days before, after the holiday, you can take that little bit of a rest, use that time, because you probably won't get as big of a push because everyone is, out either visiting places, traveling, whatever. So it's kind of hard to get as much reach. Not that you can't, but a lot of times we notice we don't get as much. But going up to that week or the week after, I would still be posting personally.
Okay, so your take is coming from: are you going to lose something? Be consistent. There's people, and I've been one of them, where it's like, I just want to take some time off because I'm burnt out. Right? I just keep posting and you feel like you're on a hamster wheel and you just can't stop. So here's my thoughts. Depending on where you are in your YouTube channel journey, it is going to depend on, do you already have videos that are bringing in steady views?
That's true.
Right? So my thing would be this. And again, to your point, if you're recording once a week or once a month, to me, that's not a lot. So what I would do is I would batch record. And I would schedule it.
Yep.
And then you're not missing. If you're saying to yourself, I'm doing 3 videos a week and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Now, I have done that and I've basically just pre-recorded, pre-scheduled them. So the week before, I'm working a little bit overtime to try to make sure that I get that. Sure. But do I think it's going to stunt your growth completely? No. But I think if you're in the beginning and you have some momentum, you do want to keep kind of like that cadence. That's what I would recommend. But again, if you're a seasoned channel and you're getting steady views and you have like 3 or 4 videos that are just constantly bringing in 50 views an hour or 100 views an hour or maybe 500 views an hour, you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think because let's say that you don't post for 2 weeks and you end up coming back, I don't think YouTube is going to penalize you.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. But I do think it depends on the channel, how far along you are as far as subscribers or any of that, as far as how like, are you averaging 1,000 views a video? Or are you only averaging 50? Like, if you're not getting a good average right now and you're kind of inconsistent all over the place, you probably haven't found the momentum yet anyway. So I would keep kind of feeding the algorithm a little bit. And again, like to your point, if you have a video, like we have a couple videos that are still getting 100 an hour that are from a month ago. Right. So like technically our views would probably stay similar to the same right now if we let off for a week maybe. Right. But we don't personally want to do that because we're trying to grow other stuff right now, right? And like you said, batch record, right? I mean, this is a little extreme, but we did back in September, we did a 24-hour live stream where we recorded 52 pieces of content.
8-minute or longer, but it's about 8 to 10 minutes per video.
In 24 hours. Yeah. And that was to show that, not that we haven't even used all those videos yet, but the whole reason of that was to prove that you could create a bunch of content and batch record in one time, and then you can put it out as the year goes on. So if you don't have time to do something, you can go and post it, right? So to your point of batch recording, maybe it is the week before or 2 weeks before you're going on vacation or whatever. Instead of doing 1 video on that Saturday, maybe do 3 videos. And now you know those 2 extra videos is for the next week or the week after, right? And so now you're kind of getting that already there. You schedule it, you're good to go. But yeah, there's no proven facts that we have that if you take off. But I will say I wouldn't take any more than 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Because you also don't want to leave your subscribers wondering what's going on. Or you don't want to fall on the back burner to where they're trying to find this new information and they're not going to you anymore. They're going to new people now.
Or they're just not seeing you as much.
That's true.
Because
too.
you're gonna log into your phone, into your YouTube app, and then normally if there's something new from you, it's gonna pop up. So you won't get that to your advantage either. So just some things to think about. I don't think that you're going to die. Your channel's gonna die because you stop recording. You could lose some momentum, but I would just prepare for that. And then take that time off. And I know for us, we're going to be, away for a week. You're going someplace, I'm going someplace. And we're already planning, like, how are we going to have content? Well, we're going to pull probably from the batch recording that we did up at the lake house. Or I might record a couple videos before we go. And then we're going to have some. Now, you might say, well, I used to do 3 videos. Maybe just do 1 that week. Something. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you and anyone else out there that's thinking, man, can I just take a break from feeding the YouTube algorithm? And the answer is, yeah, you probably can, but it is going to be determined by your channel and also what your goals are. I think one other thing, let me add this. If you're creating videos just to monetize, to get the views, to get them monetized, completely different. Because now you're like, oh, I got to post another video so I get my 1,000 views or I get 2,000 views and that's going to be more revenue coming in. That's a different story.
It's true.
That's a different story. If you're doing it like for us, that's a byproduct. Ours is more for like, can we keep getting people on the email list? Which, by the way, if you wanted to download our 100K roadmap, you can do that. And you can just put 100K in the comments. You see what we just did there. You just drop that in there just randomly. Why not?
Why not?
If you want that, just go ahead and put 100K. So that's what I would say. It just depends also on your goals of the channel, what you're trying to do. And if you are trying to just use the views for monetization, that's a completely different story.
That's a very good point.
So, all right. If you guys have a question that you want answered on the creators lunch table, that's right here. This is us hanging out, having a little liquid death here today. If you would
not sponsored yet, by the way.
Not sponsored
soon.
yet.
Hopefully soon.
Maybe one day. But if you want your question answered here on the creators lunch table, just go ahead and in the description, you'll see a little link there. And it's, let's see, it's speakpipe.com/live video school. And as always, guys, remember, we're here for you.
We believe in you.
We're rooting for you.
But you have to.
You must say it with me, say it loud, say it proud. Take action.